Today on Fox News at 4, a Theodore mother facing felony murder and child abuse charges. Police say her teen son with autism died when left home alone. Coming up, what officers found inside that house.
Plus, lawmakers in Montgomery are considering a one-year pause on new large solar farms in Alabama. Why they say they want more oversight and what that could mean for farmers. Coming up.
And we are tracking temperatures at around 60 degrees right now. It's a little better. Sun's starting to come out. We'll talk about a warming trend in your extended forecast coming up.
First on the Gulf Coast with breaking news and weather. Fox 10 News starts now.
Hi there. Thank you for looking in. It's Wednesday, the middle of the week. I'm Lenny Slagan.
And I'm Shelby Myers. We're glad to have you here with us for Fox 10 News at 4. And first today, we start with disturbing details coming out in court about a mother accused of felony murder.
Prosecutors say Amanda Marie Morgan left her two teenage children with severe autism home alone overnight, resulting in the death of her 14-year-old son.
Prosecutors say while Morgan was gone, her son was strangled by his blanket and died. When Mobile police responded, they say there were signs of neglect. Morgan's 16-year-old daughter was taken to the hospital for malnutrition. And investigators say the condition of the home was unlivable. Prosecutors allege there was feces on the walls and throughout the home. Morgan is also facing a child abuse charge in this case.
Due to all of the circumstances within the house, it was determined that this was from a long period of neglect that rises to the level of aggravated child abuse.
Morgan's bond was set at $400,000 for the felony murder charge and $40,000 for the aggravated child abuse charge. The judge ordering her to have no contact with her 16-year-old daughter. She'll be back in court next week.
Well, coming up on Fox 10 News at 5, hear where the DA says Morgan was while he says her children were inside home alone.
All right, taking a live look outside on this Wednesday. It's been another day filled with sunshine. You're not seeing it in this shot, though.
Yeah, it looks like it's rainy out there right now or overcast. I don't know what's going on.
Just some upper level clouds.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, they're real thin. But we are getting some peaks of sun also. So the clouds are on their way out. It's about to get better.
Okay, good. It was sunnier today when I was out and about.
Blinding.
This was
I was, with the sunglasses not working.
Yeah, so we've had a mixture of filtered sunshine out there today. I think that's the best way to describe it. Yeah. Reporting fair skies in Mobile, and you can see there are blue skies up there. We've got winds out of the southeast at 5. Might have been the way that camera was set up a little bit there. But anyway, looking at it, we are in decent shape. Our temperature is starting to improve. We're sitting at 60 degrees, and things are, starting to head in the right direction with the temperatures. There are those clouds that Shelby and Lanice were talking about. These are the upper clouds that are back out over the south side of the Causeway and the Bayway and down to Baldwin County. But we're already seeing breaks in it back to the west and certainly to the north. It's full sunshine right now in Grove Hill and Monroeville and also near Evergreen. Chatham right now looking good, and we're all going to trend that way. The Futurecast wants to get the significant cloud cover out of here. We may still see a little cloud cover tonight. It's going to be chilly tonight, but we're not looking at a freeze warning tonight, so I think you'll like that. Tomorrow morning will be chilly, but not freezing cold. And yes, we tied a record low in Mobile again today at 32 degrees, so cold again. Here is that high-res Futurecast. It does look promising for tomorrow. Plenty of sunshine will be expected. Evening plans, it looks like the numbers are going to drop pretty quickly. We'll go from the low 60s right on down into the mid-40s, but we're going to stop in the 40s with most of us with our overnight lows tonight. So we're not expecting the frost and freeze conditions with the exception of areas way up by 65. You can see a couple of pockets with some patchy frost. Here are the overnight lows. Still some 30s here. Evergreen, Bruton, Atmore, Monroeville, but closer to the coast, it looks like low 40s, Mobile, Fairhope, and Pensacola. So we still may have some chilly pockets, but it is an improvement with those temperatures. And we definitely are going to continue to keep an eye on this forecast for you here on Fox 10 News because it's going to get warm by the weekend, and I'll have more on that coming up.
A temporary ban on solar power facilities and solar farms could take effect in Alabama soon. That's because there are a handful of bills looking to do so, and they become effective immediately after getting the governor's signature. Alabama political correspondent Jessica Umbro joins us live in front of the Capitol. Jessica, walk us through these bills.
Well, there are 5 bills that either look to put a 1-year pause in the construction or operation of large-scale solar power facilities, or they try to add regulations to existing facilities. Now, some of these bills, we've got House Bill 617 and Senate Bill 354. Those are companion bills that would ban the construction and operation of new solar power facilities for a year. That House bill could get a vote in committee next week. The Senate version already got the green light from a committee. Both bills had amendments added to them that excludes the ban from being applied to areas of the state served by the Tennessee Valley Authority, or specifically the unincorporated, or specifically the incorporated areas of that part of the state. Senate Bill 372 is similar, but would only make exceptions for incorporated areas of counties served by the TVA, like Huntsville. Lawmakers in a Senate committee voted to carry the bill over, meaning they want to work more on the bill's language. Lawmakers in favor of these bills say they want more oversight of existing and future solar power facilities.
Some of the subsidies and tax benefits are going to be going away, and within a year, these kind of deals won't be an attractive investment.
On your property, why don't you make that decision about your property? But we want to pass a law to deny other farmers the same right to decide how they want to use theirs.
Now, on the same topic, there are 2 bills, one in each chamber, that would allow the county commissions of Mobile and Baldwin to set regulations for solar power facilities. Both of those bills made it out of committee earlier this week. Live in Montgomery, Jessica Umbro, Fox 10 News.
All right, Jessica, thank you. And according to the U.S. Energy Information Administration, just 9% of Alabama's in-state electricity came from renewable energy sources, and just a fraction is solar energy.
President Trump's pick to head the embattled Department of Homeland Security facing scathing questions from senators during his first confirmation hearing, with immigration agents' actions, global threats, and a partial government shutdown in the spotlight. Brian Abel is bringing you the highlights of Senator Markwayne Mullin's day on Capitol Hill.
Do you think fighting as a resolution for political differences is a good example for the men and women of ICE and Border Patrol?
In the hot seat on Capitol Hill, Senator Markwayne Mullin testifying during his confirmation hearing to lead the Department of Homeland Security. A tense start as Senator Rand Paul questioned Mullin over his temperament.
Explain to the American public why they should trust a man with anger issues to set the proper example for ICE and Border Patrol agents.
Let me earn your respect. Let me earn the job. I won't fail you. I won't back down from a challenge. And I'll also admit when I'm wrong.
Mullin's confirmation process for DHS Secretary comes after the ouster of Kristi Noem, whose tenure at the top of the department ended in a partial government shutdown, now in its 2nd month, over the agency's immigration enforcement actions. Democrats voting to withhold funding while demanding significant reforms following the killings of Renee Good and Alex Preddy by federal agents in Minneapolis.
In the past 14 months, Secretary Noem has fundamentally broken the American people's trust in the Department of Homeland Security. If confirmed to lead the department, how will you be different from Secretary Noem?
My management style is empowering people. And as I said in my opening statement, I want to protect the homeland. I want to bring peace of mind. And I want to bring confidence back to the agency.
Mullin will next face a full vote in the Senate if the committee approves his nomination. In Washington, Brian Abel reporting.
And the Federal Reserve concluded its 2-day meeting and decided to not lower interest rates. Last year, the central bank made 3 rate cuts. The big monkey wrench this time is how rising oil prices due to the conflict in Iran will ripple through the economy.
All right, here's what we're seeing as we look at our Eastern Shore Toyota camera here, and it does look a little bit dark with this shot here. We've got some areas where we do have a little bit of cloud cover here and there. We also have some blue skies across the Gulf Coast in spots. this afternoon. And looking at our traffic tracker, we are seeing a great situation. No big problems. Just a little bit of a slowdown here at the Wallace Tunnel, but the afternoon's young. We've got the 5 o'clock rush hour upcoming, so we're going to check it again after the bottom of the hour. We do see a little delay between Virginia Street and into the Wallace Tunnel. Otherwise, things look good, and I'll have another check of traffic coming up later on.
All right, Jason, sounds good. Oil prices are spiking once again after news of attacks on Iranian energy facilities. The country's news agencies reporting U.S.-Israeli strikes hit key oil and natural gas infrastructure. That's behind Brent crude topping $109 a barrel this morning. AAA reporting a gallon of regular averaging at around $3.84. That was hours before news of the strikes. The White House says it's temporarily lifting certain oil and gas shipping restrictions. And of course, that is all to help with the cost of gasoline. Okay, we're going to change gears.
We're part of the flowers.
We're blooming.
Yeah, we're going to talk about some good news. Maybe stop and smell the roses, or better yet, the azaleas.
We love our azaleas here in the Port City. It's a signature flower, and they're in full bloom. If you've been outside, you know spring has sprung. You've seen them, right? Those colorful azaleas are one of the best parts of the Gulf Coast. Shades of pink, red, white, with Mother Nature really showing off.
And, you know, some of those pictures are Mobile Pride azaleas. We have our own strain, and we'd love to see your azaleas in those pictures, and you can send them in by going to our Fox 10 Weather app. Here's how you do it. So you download the free Fox 10 Weather app. There's a QR code at the top. You can take a picture with your phone, scroll down, and you can upload the picture right off your phone. So we'd love to see your pretty pictures with spring officially beginning on Friday.
Yeah, how about that Friday? It's going to come fast. Still ahead on Fox News at 4, foodies listen up. A food scientist is sharing his executive chef skills for all aspiring cooks out there. We're going to head into the kitchen coming up. But first, a live look outside. A little fun fact for you. Did you know bamboo is the fastest growing plant, with some species growing over 1.5 inches per hour? And get this, Alabama has 4 native species of bamboo. Welcome back. A little something different here for Fox News at 4. We have a chef and food scientist in the house all the way from New Orleans / Mississippi. But yeah, chef and scientist, those aren't really 2 words that you would combine. Chef Ernie is here. He has become an expert in several unique cooking styles.
And now he's holding cooking classes, so you could become an expert as well. Thanks for being here today.
Thanks for having me. I appreciate it.
All right, so I have had the opportunity to scour through your website, and you offer some very unique teaching skills, all with the purpose of utilizing what we have in our backyard.
That's right. Yeah. So I have a farm in Pearlington and my restaurant Sui Generis in New Orleans. So our restaurant changes the menu every week, and we grow unusual and interesting ingredients at our farm. And part of our concept is to minimize and eliminate waste.
That's right.
And you know, these days food prices are so high, you want to use every aspect of every ingredient. And that's called kancha in Japan, which means respect for ingredients. So we've created the food lab on our farm to have a place where we can teach people how to ferment foods, how to make foods taste better, and transform them in various ways. So we do cooking classes and chef-curated tasting dinners out there.
Yeah, we've got some of the pictures up now, and you know, full disclosure, my family recently had an experience with you at your facility, and it really was one experience that we won't soon forget.
Yeah, you were telling me all about it, showing me pictures and just how unique this is. Fermentation is at the top of your list in everything that you do. Talk about what you've got here today and how this all works.
So what I'm going to do today is show you how to make miso. So people know miso in general when they have sushi, and they get miso soup, right? So miso is a paste, and it's made from soybeans, salt, water, and koji. Koji is a specific spore that's grown on rice. and it's a spore. It's alchemy. It's magic. So the spore outcompetes all bad bacteria. So you can use it to ferment a wide array of things, including fish for fish sauce. You can do vegan fish sauce, and you can make miso.
I'm seeing where the scientist comes into play in all of this.
Okay, so show us the magic.
Okay, so to make miso, soybeans is very important. So first you get a good scale, and you measure out you weigh your soybeans, and then in this case I'm going to do a strawberry miso. So this is going to be a miso with strawberries. So then I add my strawberries, and then you take the total weight, and of the weight you multiply it by 30%, and then you add that amount of water.
I see.
So the reason for that is because you need to have water in your mixture in order for the bacteria to live. And then after that, you add the amount of water.
We're also doing a little math here.
Yes, I'm doing math because you have to make sure you do that. And then you're going to add your koji. So this is koji that you can buy on Amazon. Now, so I grow koji because I have a fermentation chamber, but not everybody has that. So
I don't have it.
No.
Yeah, so I mean, I like to show people a way to do this that's easy. So you add your koji, and it's a little bit dusty. And
But
then,
it's supposed to be that way.
Yes.
Okay.
So then we've got, so I'm doing my math again. So I've got 2,000 grams plus 308 grams. And then to make koji, you use 6% salt. Now, it's very important to use non-iodized salt.
Okay.
Because iodine and salt inhibits fermentation. So you want to make sure that you put in 6% salt. All right, so I'm going to add my salt.
Kind of reminds me of like ceviche, like when you're cooking the fish with the acid of the, and how it cooks. The salt, I'm guessing, is what speeds up the fermentation process.
Yeah,
that's a lot of salt.
Because it looks like a lot, for sure.
It's a lot. So when you use miso, people ask me, how do you use miso? What do you do with it other than miso soup? So when you use miso, it's a salt substitute because it does have, it's 6% salt, which, you know, it looks like a lot of salt on the surface, but there's a lot of volume in here. I don't know if you have a camera that can catch it.
Oh yeah, there's right there.
It's up close and personal.
There you go. Okay, so you mix it really well, and then you can take it at this point and you can put it through a food processor if you want to mash it up, and then you put it in a jar. So then you pack it in the jar, and it's good to have a tamper like this, and you tamp it down, and then you put it on your shelf, and you leave it almost indefinitely.
Okay. And then you go back and you grab it as you need to use it.
Yes, and you stir it about every 3 months. So whenever you use it, you just stir it, and it literally has an almost indefinite shelf life, and it gets more flavorful as time goes by.
And what does the texture kind of turn into? Does it stay kind of how it is, or
no,
gets way more liquidy?
It's going to completely transform. It's going to transform into a dark paste. So it's literally going to turn into a dark paste, which is miso. And the beauty of miso is that it's rich in probiotics. So a lot of people go and they buy probiotic capsules. But if you make miso or buy miso and eat it, you're getting natural probiotics that are the wide range of probiotics. They're not just the ones that are, you know, sold to you by the chemical companies. So it's a good way to do it.
I want to talk about some of the classes that you offer for people who want to learn more about this.
Yeah, so we've got a whole range of events. And you can be found on our website, which is tikifoodlab.com. And coming up, we've got Fermentation Demystified on March 28th. We have the Sounds of Flavor on April 11th, which is a really cool class. I also have a music label in New Orleans. And our music director comes out and he mics up actually the fermented goods. So he'll mic up the miso, he'll mic up a piece of steak, and he creates music from it.
Cool.
And he mics up the saute pans and creates a soundscape while I'm cooking in front of the guests.
That's ASMR.
A whole experience. You're not just eating, you're not just cooking, but you're having an entire experience.
It is very unique. What we do is different.
Love it.
And we also are doing a farm-to-table dinner at La Terre Farms in Kiln, Mississippi. They have a flower festival, and we're doing a farm-to-table dinner, and Carlos will be there creating the soundscape as we do that as well. So that's a really good opportunity to come do it too.
So many things you can do.
My brain has just been opened up to so much.
That's
so
our
thank
goal.
you so much for being here. This is very, very cool.
We appreciate it.
We'll be sure to have this information posted on our website in case you're interested in sharing this experience with someone you know. Look for it shortly after this newscast.
All right, so looking out there right now with our Dolphins cam, downtown Mobile, Eastern Shore Toyota, you can see a little bit of upper level cloudiness, but we also have some peaks of sunshine in downtown Mobile right now. And this morning we had record lows in Mobile. We didn't make it in Pensacola, but we made it down to 32 with a light freeze in the Mobile area again today. Had some 20s in the inland spots. We're going to see more chilly weather tonight, but temperatures will be a little better tonight, 5 or 10 degrees milder across the area with our overnight lows tonight. Right now this afternoon we are doing better, right where we expected we would be. We're sitting mostly in the low 60s across the region. It is a little cooler near the Gulf. We're at 60 in Pensacola, 63 in Mobile, so starting to feel a little bit better, but there's still a little coolness in the air and it's on its way out. We've got some upper clouds swinging through now. This is that reason why we've had that filtered sunshine out there today, and the Futurecast is taking that out of the picture overnight. Our lows will still vary a good bit across the area. We're definitely going to be above freezing near the coast in the 40s, 41 in Theodore, 43 in Mobile, but 30s here, Stockton and Bay Minette at 36, 37. In Citronelle. We go over to the Panhandle here. Could see some pockets real close to freezing here near Crestview, but we will be in the mid 40s in Fort Walton Beach and in Pensacola tonight. So patchy frost inland, above freezing near the coast, and a lot of spots in the mid to upper 30s up into Washington, Clark, Monroe, Conecuh, and Escambia counties. We have Bruton, Alabama at 33, Castleberry at 33, 35 Beatrice, and 36 in Coffeyville. And our Mississippi readings should be generally in the upper 30s, Lucedale and Leakesville at 38 degrees. If you're thinking about the beach, this is spring break time of the year. Hey, believe it or not, May, it's going to be a little bit cool, but we've got some great beach weather because the rip current risk is low and the surf heights are going to be low and the temperatures will be gradually improving. Tomorrow, marginal with the temps, but we get up into the mid 70s by the weekend on Saturday, and we expect more nice weather for outdoor activities this weekend and into early next week. Spring officially begins on Friday, and it looks like we're going to have a wonderful run of great weather. Plenty of sunshine. Only concern will be the UV index will be high. We've got temperatures in the low to mid 80s, overnight lows in the upper 50s, and that's the forecast over the next 7 days.
All right, Jason, thank you. If your spidey senses are tingling, you're sensing something big. It's the new movie Spider-Man: Brand New Day. A first look at the 4th standalone film when Fox 10 News at 4 returns.
The Fox 10 Pledge of Allegiance.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America, to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
The Fox 10 Pledge of Allegiance.
Maybe we should settle this one. Don't hesitate. Call Dean Wade. 265-1000 right now.
I'm excited.
And these are your favorite
I'm so excited.
actors.
Oh, Timothy Chalamet and Zendaya leading an all-star cast for the first teaser trailer for Dune Part 3.
The film, based on the novel Dune Messiah, is the conclusion of the epic trilogy. Dune Part 3 arrives in theaters December 18th. I watched the first one.
That was a setup for the second one. The first one was not good. I mean, it was good, but the second, it was to get you ready for what all was going to happen in the second. I always tell people that.
Okay, I want to like it.
You didn't see the second one?
But I never watched the second one because the first one was so long.
No, you have to watch the second one.
But
yes.
It is an all-star cast. I mean, there's so many just incredible actors.
Florence
in
Pugh
it.
is in this, the Part 3 now.
Is that Robert Pattinson?
No.
Okay.
But yeah, Zendaya's going to be pretty busy. She's got the movie with Robert Pattinson.
Yes.
Dune. And then this one here.
She just got married, too.
Right.
A lot going on. Okay, well, if your spidey sense is tingling, it might be onto something.
The first trailer is out for Spider-Man: Brand New Day. I saw it this morning. Marvel says the movie comes out this summer, July 31st.
Okay, so Zendaya again.
Right.
It's the 4th standalone movie starring Tom Holland as a superhero. The trailer offers a glimpse of how Punisher and Hulk also feature in the film.
Yeah, he has to get some help from the Hulkster. And it's, if you haven't seen the trailer, you know, he had to make everyone forget who he was because of some things. And now he's just a little sad about what's going on. But as I was saying, yeah, it's going to be a busy time for Zendaya.
Yeah.
She's got a lot of movies this year, a lot to celebrate with the wedding. Although I don't know what's going on with that. Did they confirm that or not?
Is it AI? Is it not? I don't know. I think they got married.
Yeah, I don't know.
I get Timothy Chalamet and Tom Holland slightly confused.
Stop, they're so two different people.
I know that. But for a second there, I was thinking Zendaya was married to Timothy in Dune. No, she's married to her Spider-Man counterpart, Tom Holland, in real life.
Yes.
So yeah.
Coming up, the Wharf Boat and Yacht Show is back. We're dropping anchor and giving you all the deets in a live studio interview.
I'm ready to hit the water. We're also going to have this story for you.
That is a big deal for people, especially if they can get that in their tax refund before April 15th. That's going to help a lot of people do a lot of things to make sure that their budgets can stretch to cover all the things that they need to do.
Older Americans may be getting extra tax relief this year on top of that standard deduction. Next, the new deduction, the income limits, and why filing early matters.